Is it hard for guys, like if you're looking at Max and he's a pocket passer and he's, his arm is doing a certain thing, whatever, do you catch yourself sometimes going, man, I wish I was able to do that? And I'm sure he probably does the same thing. Jalen moves really well. Boy, it'd be nice if I moved, as well as him. Or do you try to stay in your lane, not get caught up in all that, when you're out there at practice?
Not really. I mean, you know, God gave you what you need, so you just work with what He gave you. So, I mean, if people think I can't pass that well, I'm always be, trying to improve that. So.
On that subject, Coach Brown's talked a lot about needing to identify the best 11 on the offense, so you can tailor to the offense the strengths of those guys. What do you feel like the offense looks like if you're a quarterback?
I think it's the same. I think it's the same. A couple wrinkles here and there with a couple quarterback runs, but everything else is the same. We're still throwing the ball. Still going to hand it off to our great running backs. I think everything is pretty much the same.
Max mentioned everybody getting a list of goals over some years.
Just footwork, just get more familiar with the offense, which was pretty much everybody's goal. Just small things like that. Nothing really out of the ordinary.
How much, when you're in a competition like this, of course, everybody wants to win it. But how do you balance, being, cool with the other guys and making sure you're helping each other, but also, you're trying to win it. You want to be the starting, all four of you do, or else you wouldn't be in this situation. How do you balance that?
I think it's easy. I think you just, once you're out the field, we're out the field. So we teammates, we cool. But once you're on the field, we all fight for the same spot. So, it may get a little competitive here and there, of course, but I think it's nothing more to it.
Would you rather have it that way than just stuff handed to you?
Oh yeah, it makes us better.
What was this summer like? How'd you all handle, all four of you all trying to get with receivers and get reps and all that stuff? How'd you all handle that?
This summer was great. It was fun. We went out there, we laughed and joked around, but when it was time to work, we worked through the receivers. I think the receivers did their part of, learning more of the offense. We all were trying to be leaders, be out here at this time, let's get this work done. Let's do this day, let's win the day, work hard today. Even in the weight room, with the strength coaches on the field, the summer was just a blast.
Things were different, and one of my specific things, Coach wants me to make sure my toe, is getting to the target all the time, because I have a tendency to maybe not get it there. So I worked on that all summer. I worked on, anticipating throws. I worked on making sure that it didn't overstride and that my base was always good. Just stuff like that. Everything that he said, I was working on. So it got better.
How is the communication between all three of you guys? We saw you guys joking around up there. How do you keep it a competition and not a quarterback controversy?
We just, always have fun. We're always laughing, try to keep it. I know it's very serious, but try to make it not so serious, because obviously, look at everybody surrounding us three, we all know it's a competition, but there's not going to be any controversy, I can promise you that.
Have you improved enough to now you're comfortable, you can just react and not think?
The biggest thing was, first practice of the spring. Everything's new. All the stuff we have to tell the O-line and seeing signals, it all happened very fast, and I feel like now it's slowed down for all of us. All the repetitions we all had in the summer, I can tell you all three of us are much better at, seeing signals and all that stuff. We're all much better.
Feeling pressure?
Nah, no pressure.
None?
No pressure.
When the bus pulls up, Zadarius Smith apparently is going to be the guy that walks off first. To see how big he was that, wow, he's in a Kentucky jersey with us?
Yeah, it's awesome, but you got to remember, the other guy on the other side is just as big, Bud Dupree. Bud always makes fun of him because Zadarius' head is bigger, that's why he looks big. But yeah, those are two big guys, and I'm just glad that, obviously we have plenty of other guys to worry about in this league, South Carolina and whatnot, but I'm happy those guys are on my team.
Last year I had to get used to that staff, and then this year, I'm getting used to another one. I think this one's going to be around for a long time. So it's I wouldn't say it's different adapting to it, but once you get experience doing it, it's not that bad.
If you could describe Mark Stoops in one way, how would you do that?
Oh God, I would definitely say a hard worker. He's a guy. He's been talking about. He's gone around and done all these speaking engagements and stuff, but we're just excited to finally just get back to the football aspect of it, and he's just like that. And he's a blue-collar guy. He likes to get in, not say a whole lot, get his work in, and see the results.
Now he's gotten the fans excited, done a great job of that. But how has he gotten you guys excited for this year?
Oh, it's not even him getting the excitement is brought from within. And I've grown up a a Kentucky fan for as long as I've been alive. So, you know, this hype, you know, 50,000 people to spring game is I mean, just mind blowing to me.
You've probably been asked this, but how tight are you guys as the quarterback's position? I mean, on the field, off the field, you know, it's a competition, but
right.
Are you guys pretty close?
You know, I'd say so. You know, it's hard to, just to transfer, practice, because practice, it's a full blown competition, right? You're doing everything to prove that you're better than that guy, and then off the field, it's a little different. But I think, especially here at Kentucky, we do a great job in that transition from our on the field relationship to our off the field relationship.
What kind of impact has Coach Brown had on you guys so far?
You know, great. You know, he's definitely a coach that really focuses on fundamentals. You know, really, building that foundation that's going to win you games in the future. And as far as Coach Brown done, he's been awesome about keeping us on track and everything, and really putting us in in the best position to succeed.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
What kind of changes have you made since he came on board, since Coach Brown came on board?
You know, there's definitely like I said, more of a focus on fundamentals. More of a focus on really being well in tune and quick and everything, and just very, very sharp. That sharpness comes from that knowing of the offense. And once you get that offense done, the more sharp you can become, the more successful you are.
Is this offense kind of suited